these details still to be confirmed. The 26 number, slightly higher than what I've been having confirmed to be by my sources. So that is still to be determined. But yes, at least three US nationals believed to be among these people being exchanged. The top lines really of it are Paul Whelan and Evan Gershkovich, that being confirmed just in the last short while by the Turkish presidency itself. Of course, these two prisoners have been two people that the US has been trying to get back for some time. Paul Whelan has been in detention in Russia rather, since 2018. He is a former US Marine who was acting as the director of global security for a car firm based in Michigan when he was arrested on what the Kremlin says were espionage charges. Those are charges that he denies and the US denies as well. He's been in prison ever since 2018. And Evan Gershkovich as well has also been in jail in Russia since 2023. A Wall Street Journal reporter who the Russians claim was taking information about a tank factory and giving that to the CIA. That, of course, also been denied by Evan, by also the Wall Street Journal and the United States as well. But this has been a key point in US diplomacy for the last couple of years of the Biden administration. Biden, in the past, if you look at the hostages that were taken, the American citizens taken by Hamas, he has made it a point to make sure that all American hostages do come home, and that is something that also extends to Americans who have been wrongly imprisoned abroad as well. So, of course, this is a bit of a tit-for-tat game that the United States has been playing with Russia, not just over these three people that we are expecting to come back. I'm told there may also be another person included in that list as well. But also, if you look to the past as well, there have been exchanges, two exchanges in the last 2 years. The most high profile before this one was, of course, for Brittany Griner, the basketball star who was exchanged for a Russian arms dealer. So that taking place in December 2022. So there is a history of this between the US and Russia, despite obviously ongoing tensions, mainly over the war in Ukraine.
A statement posted online a short while ago, Radio Free Europe, stating that a journalist working for the broadcaster Alzu Kurmasheva would be released as part of the deal. That's another name to watch out for. I wanted to ask you on this, Fraser Jackson, any word on whether some of the other big names that had been mentioned, such as we talked about it at the outset, some prominent opposition figures in Russia could be in that mix?
Yeah, it's possible. There are, of course, a lot of political prisoners that have been taken by the Russians over the course of the last couple of years. Of course, Alexei Navalny was arguably the biggest name on that list, but of course he died whilst he was in prison. But there are various people who work for his company that have been detained by Russian authorities. And of course, there are some other high-profile critics of the Kremlin as well who've also been arrested by the Russians. I'm thinking of Vladimir Kozomara, who's also a Russian national, but is also a British national as well. He is somebody who has been poisoned by the Kremlin multiple times with the nerve agent Novichok, and he has been in detention since being taken by his house from his house in Moscow just a couple of years ago. So there are some high-profile names that we're going to be looking out for. Of course, we don't have the actual list of names of people who are going to be included in this prisoner exchange, but we'll get more details when it is made officially confirmed.